Who is Zohran Mamdani? That's the question everyone from political analysts to TikTok teens is asking right now. Because at just 33 years old, this Queens-raised son of immigrants didn't just win an election. He rewired how power works in New York City. He took down political giant Andrew Cuomo, inspired millions online, and became the city's youngest and first Muslim mayor in over a century. And he did it not with billionaire backing, but with memes, music, and the kind of grassroots movement that's changing what politics looks like in 2025. So yeah, let's talk about how Zohran Mamdani went from mixtapes to City Hall, and why he might just be America's next political revolution. Election night in New York felt like a movie. The establishment expected a Cuomo comeback. What they got was a landslide of first-time voters, community organizers, and digital native progressives shouting one name, Zohran Mamdani. He pulled 50.4% of the vote. Cuomo trailed at 41%. More than 2 million ballots were cast, the highest turnout since 1969. It wasn't just an election. It was a generational earthquake. Mamdani didn't just win boroughs. He won the internet. His victory speech went viral in hours, especially when he declared, "This is a mandate for an affordable city, a politics of the future." The crowd roared, and online, that one line became a meme, a quote, and a movement. So who exactly is Zohran Mamdani? He was born in Kampala, Uganda in 1991. His family fled dictatorship and built a new life in Queens, New York. His mom, Mira Nair, the award-winning filmmaker behind Monsoon Wedding and The Namesake. His dad, Mahmoud Mamdani, one of Africa's most respected political scholars. Zohran grew up surrounded by art, activism, and sharp political debate. But make no mistake, his story isn't some elite legacy tale. He's seen New York's inequality up close. Rising rents, wage gaps, gentrification, and immigrant hustle. Those subway rides through Queens, they built his politics. Before he was a mayor, he was a rapper. Under the name Young Cardamom, Zohran dropped music inspired by identity, diaspora, and rebellion. His track #1 Spice, created with his friend Hab, was featured in Disney's Queen of Katwe. He later released Nani, a song about his grandmother, starring legendary actress Mother Joffrey. He wasn't chasing fame. He was using music as storytelling. Even back then, his art carried the same energy his campaign does now: humor, honesty, and heart. That mix of culture and conviction became his secret weapon. When he entered politics, he didn't sound like a politician. He sounded like someone who actually lived here. After college, Zohran worked as a housing counselor in the Bronx. He saw how broken the system really was. Tenants evicted for profit, landlords gaming the law. So he started organizing. He joined the Democratic Socialists of America, not for optics, but for purpose. In 2020, he ran for the state assembly in Queens and won. His campaign was powered by volunteers, not donors. By 2025, that same energy would turn into the citywide movement that made him mayor. He's never taken corporate PAC money, no real estate donations, no fossil fuel checks. He built his campaign on small dollar donations, often under $50. As he told one rally, "If I had $1 million net worth, I wouldn't understand your eviction notice." Mamdani's platform is simple and radical. He wants rent freezes for every rent-stabilized apartment, free bus service across the city, city-owned grocery stores in food deserts, universal childcare for working families. Critics call it utopian. Supporters call it overdue. And here's the wild part. He has detailed plans for all of it. Fund transit by taxing vacant luxury buildings. Reinvest budget surpluses into public housing. Use the city's $115 billion budget to prioritize people over profit. His politics don't sound like campaign slogans. They sound like survival strategies for a city on edge. As New York's first Muslim mayor, Zohran leads with faith and fearlessness. He's open about fasting during Ramadan. He shares videos of breaking fast with the community. He's built coalitions across mosques, churches, and synagogues, making inclusion more than a buzzword. And through the campaign, he faced Islamophobic attacks daily, some violent, some political. He didn't flinch. He doubled down on showing up for the city that raised him. That courage became one of his strongest rallying points. especially for New Yorkers who've never seen themselves represented in City Hall before. Behind every revolution, there's a quiet force. For Zohran, that's his wife, Rama Duwaji, a Syrian-American artist and activist. Rama's influence on his campaign was subtle but powerful. She designed visuals, built multilingual outreach, and turned policy into art. Their relationship, part activism, part romance, became a symbol of what modern politics could look like: creative, collaborative, and compassionate. If you want to understand Zohran's power, don't look at press releases. Look at TikTok. He talks about rent control while eating bagels. He debates billionaires in comment sections. He posts memes about policy, and Gen Z loves it. They see him as real, not polished, not pre-packaged, but passionate. He's breaking the fourth wall between voters and leaders, and that's why he's connecting. Not everyone's cheering. His opponents say he's too radical, too inexperienced, too online. They call his ideas unrealistic. But here's the thing. The same was said about every reformer who ever changed a city. And while they talk about budgets, Zohran talks about belonging. He's not just running New York. He's reimagining it. And love him or not, he's forcing everyone else to
imagine it too. Because it's 2025, this part matters. Social media has thirst posts for the mayor. Hashtags like Hot Girls for Zohran and Cardamom Crush trend weekly. Fan edits, flirty tweets, political memes, all rolled into one. He laughs it off, but he knows what it means. He's turned politics into pop culture. And in an era when most politicians can't even trend without a scandal, that's power. So, who is Zohran Mamdani? He's the 33-year-old who took on the establishment and won. He's a Muslim, a socialist, a son of immigrants, and a mayor with a mixtape. He's proof that passion still matters, and that maybe, just maybe, politics doesn't have to be boring, corrupt, or disconnected. Because in a city built on dreams, Zohran Mamdani isn't just running New York. He's reimagining it. If you made it this far, drop a comment. Is he the future of American politics, or just New York's boldest experiment yet?